Tabletop Gaming Guild is all about the experiences and memories that playing tabletop games with friends and family can create. Welcome to the show. Today, Evan and I are going to be playing the two-player game, Targi. So, Evan, you've never played Targi. Do you know much about it at all?
I know it has a picture of a ninja on it.
A, a picture of a ninja. It looks a little bit like the picture of a ninja. I believe the image is supposed to be of like a tribal person, tribal leader in Africa. So they've got a turban-ish looking thing going around their head and around their mouth. And the idea here is that we are going to be playing a worker placement game, kind of set collecting and then building our own little tableaus with that collecting that we're doing. And so we're going to be placing our meeples, taking actions. Yeah, there's the image. There it
Ninja.
is. um, Placing our meeples and taking the actions that our meeples are on. And it has an interesting 5x5 grid that the cards are on. So we can see it here on the tabletop simulator. And this is a nice scripted version. So there's just, again, two players. So Evan is going to be in the blue and I am going to be the white. In the middle of the board is a 3x3 grid, and we can see that it says goods, tribe, goods, tribe, goods, tribe, goods, tribe, goods. So that is corresponding to the goods deck of cards and the tribe deck of cards. And it is the tribe deck of cards that we are going to be pegging goods to purchase and then placing down here in our 3x4 tableau. You're going to have 4 columns, 3 rows, and you will start your first row at the top left. So when you get your first tribe card, it will go up here in the top left of your square or rectangle there. And then when you get your second tribe card, you have a choice. You can either place it to the right of the first one, or you can go 1 row below and start a new row. Once you placed your card, you cannot then move your card in the tableau unless you get an ability that allows you to do so. The game immediately not immediately, the game ends when the first person then fills their tableau, so gets 12 tribe cards. If it is the first player who fills theirs first, then the second player does get to finish out the round. But if it is the second person in the round who finishes theirs, then the round then ends and the game ends. The other way the game may end is if the robber, which is this gray little meeple up here standing on the G currently on the board, if the robber makes its way completely around the outer border of the board and finishes here on the last raid card, which is numbered 16. So that is kind of the idea of the game. You're building your tableau, and there are 2 ways that your tableau can score you extra points at the end of the game. If your row of cards consists of 4 cards that have the same symbol, I'm going to flip one over here real quick so you can take a look at it. On the left of each tribe card, there's an image. And I believe there's five different images. It's 4 or 5. But if you were to happen to get 4 of the cards with the same image in a row, at the end of the game, that will count for 4 extra points. If you get a row of cards where all 4 have a different image on it, then that's 2 extra points at the end of the game. Anything other than that, no extra points. On the bottom right-hand side of a tribe card is this little cross symbol, and that is the symbol for a victory point. So this tribe card in your tableau counts automatically as 1 victory point at the end of the game. The image at the top, or images at the top right of the card, is the cost of the card itself. So when it's out here in the board, if you go to purchase it, it's going to cost you 1 gold and 1 beans. So these are dates, not beans, dates.
Okay.
So you will have to turn in 1 date and 1 gold coin in order to purchase this card. I'm going to flip that back over here again. The idea in the game is that the border cards, each one of these has is a special action. And what Evan and I are going to be doing is, in a round, we're going to take turns placing our 3 Targi meeples. These are the ones that look like little people. We're going to be
Okay.
placing them on one of the 12 action cards around the board. So that's going to be the middle 3 in the top row, middle 3 in the sides or bottom. The corners of the board are all taken up with cards that say raid on them. Those will have special actions when the thief goes through that card. We are going to lose items from our hoard of goods, whether they be victory points and or goods. But when we put our little targies on the board, so I'm going to show you an example here. I can put my targi on the noble card up here in the top row. And that's going to give me that action once we get to the action phase of the turn. And then Evan, you would get a turn and you would place one of your targi on also one of the other border cards. The only stipulation is that you cannot place your targi on the exact opposite side of the board from where I placed my targi, and vice versa. Make sense?
Yep.
All right. Also, each round, the thief, the robber, will be going along the board. Whichever card he is on, we also cannot utilize. But we can place on the opposite side of the robber. So we can't place on the opposite side of each other, but we can place on the opposite side of the robber.
Okay.
And last but not least, on the placement of your target, you can place opposite yourself, though most of the time that's not super helpful because in the middle of the board, there are going to be 9 other cards. Once you have placed each of your targies, and I have placed each of my targies, it may look something similar to this. After we have placed our targies, then we will place our tribe markers. Each of us have 2 of those, and those are placed at the points of intersection of our targies. So for Evan, he would be placing his tribe markers here and here, because that is where his targi meeples intersect. I would then also be placing mine here and here. Whatever cards are underneath those spots, we will then be able to take those actions as well. So on your turn, if you have strategically placed your all of your meeples on the board, you will get to take 5 actions during the action phase. But like I said earlier, if you were to happen to place 2 of your target meeples opposite each other, you are then only going to be placing 1 tribe marker because there's only going to be 1 point of intersection. So then you would only be taking 4 actions. Does that make sense? All right. So that is the crux of the strategy portion of the game. You are placing your target in order to land on the action cards you want to take, but then you're also hopefully strategically placing them to stop your opponent from taking the actions they may want to take. Each of the cards that has just a symbol of the good, so up here in the top middle of the board, we have one card that just has a picture of dates on it. The action from that card is to gain one date in your grouping of items, your goods. If you land on the salt, then you would be getting a salt. If you land on a pepper, you would be getting a pepper. The interesting action cards are the other ones. So during the game, if you gain a tribe card and you decide not to immediately play the tribe card in your tableau, you can keep it in your hand, but you can only ever have one tribe card in your hand at all times. Then in a later turn, in a later round, the only way you can get that card out of your hand is to take the noble action that is up here in the top left of the row. So with that action, you can either then pay the cost of the card and play it, or you can discard it out of your hand in order to eventually take another tribe card. If you have a tribe card in your hand already and you gain another tribe card for some reason, you have to immediately discard the new tribe card. You cannot discard the old one in order to get a new one. The only way, again, to play or discard a tribe card from your hand is by taking the noble action. The other one of the other actions is the trader action, and that is you can trade in any 3 identical goods for 1 gold, or any 2 identical goods for 1 other good of your choice. If you hover over each of these cards, you'll see that it does pop up and explain what each one does. Fata Morgana is a really interesting action. You may move one of your tribe markers. Again, that's one of these little guys that's going to be here in the middle of the board. You may move one of your tribe markers from any central card to another unoccupied central card. This is a good action to take if one of these is something you really wanted to do, but somehow it got blocked off by me. So Fata Morgana is a good way to get around the other person blocking you from the tribe or goods card that you really want.
So it's something like you can go from here to here.
Exactly. Yep. So it's good because it gives you that ability, but also you're taking an action to do that rather than getting something else. But it can be pretty powerful. The Silversmith gives you the ability to turn in 2 identical goods for a single victory point, or 4 identical goods for 3 victory points, or 1 gold for 2 victory points, or 2 gold for 4 victory points. And as it does state on here, gold is difficult to get in the game. Next is the Caravan card. This one allows you to reveal the top card from the goods pile and immediately gain that good. And then the tribal expansion allows you to reveal the top card of the tribe deck and then either play the card by paying its cost or taking it into your hand as long as you don't already have one in your hand. If you do, you immediately have to discard it. You have to discard the new one, not the old one again. So those are all of the major actions of the game. At any point in time at the end of your turn, you have to count up your goods, and you're not allowed to have more than 10 total. So that is beyond, not counting victory points. That is your salt, your pepper, your dates, and your gold. You cannot have more than 10 at the end of your turn. If you have 10 or more, or you have more than 10, then you have to discard down to 10, and you can get rid of whatever you want to get rid of in order to do that. But again, your goods and your gold are going to be spent to purchase these tribe cards, of which you will place in your tableau. And that's the game. Does all of that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. It's not an incredibly complex game. Um, for me, the fun part is absolutely the placing of the target and the strategy that goes on there between the players as they somewhat compete against one another in order to try to best each other with their placements. So when I click there is an expansion. We're not playing with the expansion, so we're just gonna disregard these expansion action tokens.
Okay.
This is the first player token. First player in Targi is one, either the last person who ate a date or the blue player. So I cannot remember when I would have last eaten a date in my life. I'm pretty sure I've had one, but I cannot remember when.
Thanksgiving time-ish, we had dates and stuff in a
All right. So Evan has twice over won the ability to be first player. He has had the date most recent, as well as is the blue player. So what we're going to do here is we're going to click on start next round. That should automatically shuffle and put out the tribes and goods cards. You keep the first player marker with you, and we will begin playing.
Look at that. Fancy.
Fancy. All right. So again, we're going to start with you, Evan. You're going to place one of your blue Targi meeples somewhere along the border of the game. Again, your only current restriction is you cannot place on the same space as the robber. Otherwise, you are placing on any one of the other 11 spots around the board.
Okay. And just to clarify, so this one right here, I'm assuming that means one of you picks because of the slashes.
That is correct. If it has the slashes, it is an or. If it does not have slashes, it is one of each. If it has two on it, then you get two of them. And again, do make sure to read the tribe cards. Some of the tribe cards have an at the end of the game bonus, as you can see from three of the ones that are there. And then some of the other ones, like the one here in the bottom center area, has a one-time when you do it benefit.
And this one up at the top that says Oasis, does that refer to, yep, this. Okay.
That is correct.
Well, Camp Oasis. Okay. It's nice that they are labeled to make it easy for reference.
Every single card, except for the border cards, have their immediate explanation on them. I believe, though, in the physical game, on the border cards, I think it's on the back of the cards that it explains the cards. So it's still there,
okay.
Which is really nice. So you'll place your first Targi meeple, and then I will place mine. All right, so by going to the Salt, you have made sure that I cannot take the Fata Morgana action. Oh, and we did start the game, just so everybody knows, we did start the game with 4 victory points each, 2 of each goods, and 1 gold. So we have some spending power already. I do like these cards that give you victory points at the end. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go to the caravan and see what kind of random goods I might be able to get from that.
So then this date is now off limits.
It is off limits to you. Yes, I could go there, but you cannot.
think we will go here.
Oh, interesting. You just ready to buy victory points right out the gate.
Maybe.
Okay. All right. So let's see. That blocks this date up here. Um, s-
Actually, once you place your guy, I have a question for you. But I'll
yeah.
wait
So
until you're
right. I'm gonna place down here. All right. You have a question?
okay. So say ignoring the robber
Yes.
and your target, but say I would to place here, I would have 0 intersections. So that means I would get only the 3 outside actions, and that would be it.
That would be it. Exactly.
Okay.
I've actually never seen it happen, but it is technically possible.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that like I was understanding that correctly.
Yep. Oh, and I don't know if I mentioned this. So after we do the placement, then first player goes first during the action phase, and you will do all 5 of your actions, and you or however many you get, and you can do them in whatever order you want to do them.
Okay. The 10 limit of goods and whatnot, you can temporarily go over as long as you were under by the end of the round, or is it a hard?
Just by the end of your turn. So you can go
Okay.
over, you just have to then spend it before the end of your turn.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. So then I will go here. So at that point, we have placed all of our target meeples. Now we can place our tribe markers at the points of intersection. And then it is your turn, Evan, to take your turns in whichever order you would like.
Okay. So we'll just start the easiest and we'll collect the resources.
Yep.
So that's 3 salt and a date.
All right. And then when you do that, you can go ahead and remove your target meeple that you've used in your try marker off the board so that you know that you've already done those actions.
Okay. So then it would be this one here that I'll do.
Okay.
So it costs me the date and a gold.
Yes, date and a gold. And then you will place it in the top left of your rectangle there. Now, at the end of when we click start next round, what the game is going to do is it's going to then, because this was a tribe card this time, the
Mm-hmm.
next time it will be a goods card, which is why it says goods now.
Okay.
And so the game will know to automatically put a good card out there. And in the physical game, when you're playing, you would normally go ahead and replace it right away. But you do so with the card face down, so you don't know what's coming up the next round. You can't plan ahead.
Gotcha. And then for the silversmith, so I'm going to spend 4 of my salt
Ooh, okay.
for 3 victory points.
Yeah, absolutely. Perfect.
And then take my ninja back, and I'm good.
All right, so you have done all of your actions. It's my turn. I'm going to do very similar. I'll go ahead and gain all of my goods first. So I'm going to be gaining 3 pepper and a salt. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so I'll go ahead and remove all of those off the board. Now this, because it's a goods card, does not come down into my tableau, but it does still get removed from the board and is placed in a discard pile here under the
Oh,
goods.
which I should have done for this
Oh
one.
shoot, yeah, I forgot to mention that. Yep, so those do come out and those will get replaced again at the start of the next round. So then after that, I'll go ahead and do the caravan as well, since that's going to more than likely just be some more goods. We'll go ahead and take the good card off the top here, and I'll flip it over to see what it is. All right, it's another pepper and dates. So I'll put that over here. And so I'm going to be well above my limit at the end of my turn, it looks like. I am going to spend a salt and a gold to purchase this tribe card here. And I will place it there. And then that leaves me at 9, 10, 11. Oh, actually, I'm not way over. I'm just 1 over. So I will lose 1 of my pepper. And call that a day. So that is the end of the first round. We have placed all of our meeples. We have taken all of our actions. I'm going to click start next round, and if it works like it should, then the cards are going to come out here and get replaced, and the robber is going to move 1 card over around the edge of the board, blocking off this date card. And again, not until then at the end of the 3rd round, going into the 4th round, the robber will cross over the raid card, at which time we each will have to lose either 1 victory point or 1 good token. In the 2nd raid, it's another victory point or 2 goods. The 3rd raid is either 2 victory points or 3 goods. And then the very last raid that would end the game, if it gets that far, is 1 gold or 3 victory points.
What happens if you can't pay it?
Ooh, that's a really good thing. I don't know that I've ever had that happen. I would assume if you can't pay it, then nothing happens, but I will double check the rules because I do have those pulled up as well. And we'll see what it says, but I'm not 100% sure because I've never seen it happen. So I'm going to go ahead and click start next round.
Hey, it looks like it did what it's supposed to.
Fantastic. So it reset all of our meeples in front of us. It moved the robber. It refilled the board. It even moved first player token over to me. 2 thumbs up for a well-scripted tabletop simulator mod. And you can see down here at the bottom, it is currently keeping track, supposedly, of victory points, even though yours, Evan, are definitely off for some reason, because you definitely have 7. So I'm not sure why it's not totaling that properly. But at the end of the mod, we should be able to click tally score, and then it will tally it properly. But we'll double check it to make sure it does it correct. So first player is to me, so that means I get to choose where I would like to place my first Targi meeple. I chose the Well tribe card, which is going to give me some extra victory points for the Targia tribe cards. That's all the ones that have the lady here on the left. So I would probably want to get a few of those. Let's see here. In a bit of a conundrum with that. That's all right. Conundrums are okay. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go to the silversmith. So then, Evan, it is to you to where you would like to go next.
Yep, that's yours.
Yep, those are my pupils. All right, so you've taken that. I'm gonna go ahead and jump over here to the caravan again. I like the caravan. I like getting goods, random things. Ooh, all right. Look at that. He's all in on the pepper, people. He's all in on the pepper.
I like pepper.
I guess so. As a famous movie once said, "Waiter, there's too much pepper on my paprikash." Let's see here. Pepper, pepper. Where do I want to go? Choose. Hmm. You know what? Let's go ahead and go over here to the salt. So here's a question for you, Evan. Has so far, it's only been two rounds. Are you noticing that as I place that it's changing what you're planning to do because all of a sudden I took a space that you wanted? Is that happening much yet so far?
It just happened now.
Oh, it just happened. Okay. All right. It seems to be from the handful of times that I've played, it seems to be really balanced where like about half of the game I get really frustrated because the spots are getting taken, and then the other half it works out in my favor. Um, but I don't know if that's just because of the people I'm playing or if it's the way the game was designed. Not sure.
Do I want that or do I want that? That's the question.
That is the question.
I think we'll do that.
All right, so let's go ahead and place our tribe markers at our intersections. Right, and then it will, oh, see, nice, you got gold. Gold is a good one to get. It's not always easy to get, but it's definitely worth it. All right, so it's going to go to me then to do my turn first. I'm going to start again by getting some goods. So I will remove that one there, and I'm going to get a salt, and I'm going to remove this one here, and I'm going to get a pepper for that. I'm then going to go ahead and remove this fella here and flip over my caravan card, which is going to get me another pepper. Fantastic. That is going to allow me to then take this guy off the silversmith and turn in 4 of those peppers. 2, 4, and get 3 victory points. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to go ahead and remove this tribe marker, and I will place this card. This is my first choice now. Do I put this into a row or do I start a new row? And I think I'm going to go ahead and start a new row. This one's going to cost me 2 pepper, 1, 2, a date, and a salt. And when I pick that one, it says, after playing this card, receive one of the following: 3 goods, 1 gold, or 1 victory point. That's really interesting because I am now kind of low-ish on goods. But like I said a second ago to Evan, gold is not an easy thing to get in this game. I think I'm going to take the gold, actually. And that's the end of my turn. So, Evan, you get to do all of your actions.
Which is, excuse me, just resource gathering.
A lot of resources. Got to refill the resources.
Sets me up for next turn to do a lot of things. So
absolutely.
2 pepper and a salt on the outside. And on the inside, we got the gold and a date.
Oh, and I forgot to remove my cards. I should have removed this card down here. And you've got the gold one that you're removing and the date that you're removing. Okay.
And then I already got these guys. Just take them over here.
All right.
So 7, 8, 9, 10.
So
I'm
you're maxed
golden.
out. Yep, you're golden, and I'm over here a little resource short with only 6 resources, but I do have a second tribe card. So that is the end of the second round. I will now click start next round. All right. So let's see what we've got out here. A lot of Oasis cards. We've got one Camel Rider and one Targia. Camel Riders, you can see, worth a lot of victory points at the end of the game, but no text on the cards, so no end game or immediate benefit from it. You're focusing just on victory points with that one.
I'm going to go down here for some pepper.
Going down for the pepper. I am going to grab the Fata Morgana. The very interesting layout in the center of the board.
Salt.
Get that salt. Makes everything taste better. Except, I don't know, Evan, we like to talk about food a lot in the group
We
here.
do.
Fruit and salt. What is your thoughts?
It depends on the fruit. So there are certain fruits that I find work. I know some people swear by salt on like watermelon.
My
I'm
mom
not so much.
loves salt on watermelon, and I don't get it.
One I do like is salt actually a little bit on mango. It accents the flavor very well.
Mm-hmm.
That is one I like.
Interesting. Okay. I've never found personally a fruit that I liked salt on. So
I would try it on some mango. You
I'll,
might be pleasantly surprised.
I will have to try it the next time I have some mango, which I will say is sadly not often. Because I do like mango, but I don't purchase it very often. All right. So I did that. I need some goods though. I need the goods.
You need some goods.
I need the goods for sure. So let's go ahead and go up here and grab some dates. All right. And I will go ahead and go to the caravan yet again. So now we're placing our tribal tokens at the points of intersection. So it's going to be here, here. All right. And you are first player, so you get to take all of your actions first.
Okay. Well, I'll gain my outside resources first. So that's 2 pepper, 1 salt. I do like the fact that you can just take the guys and just shove them wherever, and it just resets everything at the bottom.
I'm telling you, man, this is a good mod. Seems to just know where everything is and where it ought to go. So,
All right. And then I shall be buying some of the stuff here.
yeah, look at this. I think he's got 2 tribal cards he's going to purchase this round.
So it'll be this one. I need a salt, a pepper, and a pepper, salt, coin. And then I got my choice of either here or here.
Correct. And that's a good card to get, man. That's a good one. There's a nice ongoing effect.
I see no negative in starting into the next column here.
So again, just thinking about the ongoing, the end game scoring for the tableau is if you get 4 of the same kind of card in a row, it's going to be 4 extra points at the end of the game.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I
And
completely
if
forgot
you
about that.
and if you get 1 of each kind in a row, then it's 2 points at the end of the game. But if you just get like a random mishmash of things in a row, then it's no extra points at the end of the game for that row. So it's all about like, are you going to lean heavy into the Oasis cards? Or are you going to kind of just grab different things?
Let's do this. We're going to put that one there.
Okay.
And then, oh, I should have done that in a different order. Yeah, it's all right.
Okay.
2 salt and a pepper. I should have started with this one because then when I would have got my salt,
yes.
I would have got an extra salt.
You would have. True.
I just thought about that, but it's okay. I'm going to take that. I'm going to put that here.
Oh, so you're not planning on going all Oasis cards in a row for 4 extra points?
Maybe later.
Mm,
Maybe we're going to try and work for one of each.
in this one. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And again, there is, I believe, at least one card that that if you get it, that it gives you a one-time chance to like swap some cards around. But I think that's the only thing that allows you to mess with your tableau once you've placed it.
Yeah, because I'm assuming that I can probably fit at least a couple more Oasis down here and
Okay.
lots of other stuff over here. And
all right. Well, we'll see what comes up. I will go ahead then and take my actions. I will be using my Fata Morgana, and I will move this tribe marker over to here. Because that was the card I wanted, and I couldn't get there with the way that you had placed your workers. So I'm also going to then grab this guy and gain a date. And I will grab this one and gain a pepper. And that's going to remove that one from the board. Did you remove any cards? Yeah, you did. You moved those 2.
And I'm assuming if a deck gets empty, we just shuffle it back up and it goes right through.
Yep, we'll just shuffle it back up. Go ahead and grab this guy from the caravan. And again, gain a random good. Ooh, a random victory point. I will take that. And then I will remove this. And I will spend 1 pepper and 1 coin. And place this one here. So this one says at the end of the game, score 1 victory point for every 2 Camel Rider cards in your display. And now I have 2 Targia, which fulfills this well up here, which is at the end of the game, score 1 victory point for every 2 Targia cards in your display. So I've at least got 1 extra victory point towards the end of the game from my tableau. All right, that is the end of that round. We'll go ahead and click start next round. Evan, do you want to click the start next round?
Pick.
Nice. All right. Oh, cool. Raid, pay up, click when done. But Evan does not have to pay because he got this awesome Oasis card that says you do not have to pay anything during a raid. So I have to decide what I'm going to pay. Am I going to pay a good or am I going to pay a victory point? Got a lot of victory points, but I'm only one up on Evan so far. We're fairly even-ish on goods. He's got me by one good right now. I think I will go ahead and give him. I'll give the robber some dates. All right. So now the robber goes ahead and finishes moving forward, and we can start the fourth round. So the robber is blocking off the trader card. And I need to get more resources. I'm going to place my Targia or Targi on tribal expansion.
We're going to go here.
Got it. Go ahead and go here. I'm going to go ahead and go here. Nope.
I don't know why I want to do that all the time. I'm
right.
over here.
Yep. So now we can place our intersection points. And I will take my actions first as the first player. So I'm going to go ahead and gain a pepper and date. Salt. Two more date. And then I get to take the top tribe card off the tribal expansion deck and hopefully have what I need to place it. No, I don't. All right, so I have a dilemma now. My question is do I hold on to this card to possibly play later, taking up my one spot in my hand because I don't have the coin to pay for it? Or do I just go ahead and discard it? So if I discard it, it stinks because it feels like I wasted my action. But it doesn't have any text on it. It's not a really good card.
Just 2 victory points.
Just 2 victory points. It's not super expensive except for the coin. But I do have the one spot in my hand. and I can hold on to it. That's okay. I just can't then try to hold on to another card until I've either played it or discarded it later. And to play it, I do have to take the noble action to do that at some point in the future. I am going to go ahead and put it in my hand. That's interesting. I pressed it to put it in my hand, and it went way far away. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, it went
It went
down
like
on
way down under the table. All right, so that is all of that are all of my actions, 8, 9, 10. So, and I'm maxed out on my resources.
Okay, so I'm going to start with this salt. That gives me 1 salt, but because of my oasis, gives me 2 salt.
Yep.
I'm going to do the caravan here. We're going to flip it, and not all of them. Gives me a date.
Did I
We're going to.
did I remove
Well,
all of them? Did I remove my middle cards? I must, because there's only 1 card missing right now. I apologize. I went here and here.
So you would have got this one here.
Right? So I would have removed that one. I feel like I should have removed at least 1 more. Where all did I go? Or was I just
You were here, here, and here.
I was here?
Or no, you were here, here,
and here.
and here. Because that got you these 2.
That's yeah, okay. All right. I just didn't remove one of them. Got it. Sorry.
Okay.
Man, you're buying 2 more this round.
So I'm going to take this. I'm going to buy this camel rider.
Yeah.
Put it down here to pay it. 1 here. And thank you, salt.
Oh man.
And we're going to put that there. So I'm just looking for the Targia or a well.
Yep.
To get 1 of each.
Yep. And I'll give you 2 extra points at the end of the game. So are you using the Fata Morgana to move it somewhere, or are you actually using that one to buy a second thing?
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, use the Fata Morgana to move that over here.
Yep. Pick up a gold.
And then move that there, get a gold, make this go away.
All right. All right. So that is the end of round 4. We can go ahead and click start next round. All right.
There's a lot of camps out there.
Yeah, there are a whole lot of camps out there right now. For sure. Interesting. All right, silversmith. He likes those additional resources.
All right.
So 1 point of order. While you were away, I double checked something because this, I believe, has confused me in the past when playing this game. I told you there is a limit at the end of your turn, it is 10 goods, 3 gold.
Okay.
The gold does not count towards your good maximum.
Okay.
So you can have up to 10 goods and 3 gold.
Okay.
I mean, neither of us have been close to having that yet, but it is possible. So you placed your
Yep.
meeple at the silversmith. That. So I will go here to the trader.
Going up here for some salt. Salt is good.
Salt is good. Can't go there, can't go there. Go ahead and go here to the noble action. Okay, so then I'll go here to tribal expansion. All right, so placing at intersections. Oh,
Oh,
not what I meant to do there. There we go. All right, and Evan, you get to take your actions.
well, we'll start with the caravan. No, not all of them. Oh, it was dangerously close to pushing the button.
Dangerously close.
So 2 pepper.
Ooh, 2 pepper.
That's a good one.
Yeah, absolutely. Did it do 2 just now?
I just had to do it.
Okay, well, I was just making sure that you got it because I couldn't tell if you had 3 already or 2 before that. So
Yeah, I had 2.
okay, all right.
Let me see if that changes how I want to do anything. I'm gonna take my salt, which gets me 2 salt. Oh, I just noticed something.
Mm-hmm.
So on your counts, you got the big number. In the lower right-hand corner, there's a gray number. That's what it was at the beginning of the round.
Oh, that's nice. Well played. I did not notice those. They almost kind of disappear. I did not notice those there, but that's really smart.
That's helpful to double check what you did.
Yeah, exactly.
right? So we are going to then do this one. So it's a date and a gold. So if I do trader, I have to pay one less, which is nice. Take this, which is a date and a pepper. Put that there. And then that leaves me at the silversmith. Which I'm going to trade 2 salt. Yeah, 2 salt for victory point.
Okay. So we are tied up at 8 victory points then right now. Now let's see if I can do this in the order that I need to do it in. I will pick up my salt. So go down to here. And then I will grab this tribe marker here and pay 1 date and 2 pepper to place it down here. Then I will pay I'm gonna pay 3. Oh, those dates, date salt. Do I want to pay with salt or dates here on the trader action? That's my question. It's probably going to come back to bite me either way.
More than likely.
Right. I will pay 3 dates as I randomly choose. Oh, nope, not that card. And that will gain me a gold. I will then take the noble action so that I can play the card I had held in my hand. And because I played this camp first, I can now pay 1 fewer good to play additional camp cards. So this camp card is only going to cost me a gold because the only good it would have cost me was a pepper. So I play that. And then I draw another tribal expansion card, which is not exactly what I wanted.
And fingers crossed that it didn't cost you a lot of dates.
A lot of dates, exactly. So let's see what we get. Oh, okay.
It's a gold.
It's a gold. I don't have that, so I can't just go ahead and play it now. So I will have to choose whether I want to discard it or hold on to it again. At the end of the game, if you have more cards in your display than your opponent, score 1 additional victory point. That's not hugely beneficial. I think I might just go ahead and get rid of that one. I think I'm just going to discard that one. No, I've got the open spot. I'll keep it in my hand just in case. I'll regret that later. That's fine. Oh, and I put it down under the table again. Evan was ready. He knew I was going to do it.
He knew what was going to happen.
He knew it was going to happen. I'm so used to just pressing the number 1 and it going into a hand. That's like the only thing about this this mod that I don't like is it doesn't seem like you actually have a hand.
Yeah, I think the area that they set up for the hand, I don't think they actually did that.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just going down underneath the table. All right, so that is the end of my turn, and we will go ahead and start the next round. Oh, we gotta press it again because it's gotta shuffle the cards. Nice, interesting.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that was a weird little buzzer noise that it did there, though. All right, so I am first player now. I need some things, need some resources, need some goods. Um, let's go for some salt.
Let's go here.
Okay. Then let's do, so we got the salt. Let's go ahead and get some pepper.
I too will get some pepper.
Mm, and I'm gonna go to the trader.
Ooh, so you're really limiting yourself down this round.
It is all of your fault for going to Fata Morgana. I had to. I need the gold coin. Yep, I'm only gonna get 4 actions this round instead of 5.
Oh, and the only way you're getting that gold coin is by trading.
Correct. I will have to trade goods to get it.
We'll come right here.
All right, so let's place our intersections. Boop, I just got the 1. All right. So let's go ahead and grab salt from the border there. And my pepper.
This is almost, you could almost do these simultaneously. Almost.
Yeah, almost. You almost could. Let's go ahead and do the trader there. So I can get my gold selling the salt. 1, 2, 3 salt for a gold. And then I will grab this camel rider here and pay the 1 gold to play it. And that is my turn.
Okay. So I'm going to go date and pepper. I'm going to do that to
Yeah.
move this here.
Urgh.
take that. I don't know why you're having a problem getting gold, Peter. It's
Yeah,
just
I know. I don't know. I don't know what that
it's,
is.
they're right there.
It's so simple. It's so simple. It's right there on the board.
Yeah. Then I'll take that with a pepper and a my new gold is now gone,
Uh-huh.
and we put that right there.
Right. So then we'll go ahead and click next round.
And you have to pay the raid.
Oh, I hate paying the raid. All right, so I need 2 goods or a victory point this time. This time I'm going to have to do a victory point. And then we, oh, where did the button go?
Oh, it
Did it
said press
disappear?
press next round again if you want to start to proceed. So
Oh, okay. So next round. Yeah, there it
there
goes.
it is.
There it goes.
And what did you pay?
I paid a victory point.
Oh, okay.
So I'm down to 7 instead of 8. All right, and now Fata Morgana is off the board this round. Hmm.
All right, we're gonna go here.
Okay, so we're gonna go to the caravan. So yes, that time you definitely went exactly where I wanted to go. That's all right. Yeah. Man, am I gonna have to limit my actions again?
Am I taking your spots, Peter?
I think you are. It was mostly this one up here. That's the one I really wanted. But now I'm to a point where if the intersections I'm going to get if I go to some of these places are things that I would be wasting because I have a card in the hand already. And every tribe card out here costs a gold to play.
You can just use this turn as a resource gathering turn.
Well, that's what I was trying to do until all the cards that I wanted to go to got blocked. So I've got resource here, resource here, resource here, but I can't go here. Go here, but again, that's going to give me this card that I don't really want. So then what's the point in going there? Except to get it off the board, I guess. I could go there and get it just to get it off the board. Because I would discard it because I couldn't pay for it. Hmm. All right. So I'm going to go there. Yep. All right. Let's place our intersections. Right.
All right. So I'm gonna get salt, which is 2 salt. I'm gonna get 2 date right there.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna get a pepper here. I'm going to use this. So I trade at 1 less.
One
So
less, it's one less good for good. Correct? Where's that one at?
yeah, you may
When you use the
trade
trade
exchange goods.
action, you may exchange goods at a rate of 1 for
Yeah.
1. So you're trading 2 goods for 1 other
For
good.
one, which is one. That's what
So
I'm
it's,
thinking if I want to go that way or not.
yeah.
And
So to get the gold, still 3 goods.
so I think, oop, wrong button. I'll send 3 for 1.
Okay.
So I can pull this off
Yep.
to take this oasis for a pepper and a gold.
That works. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this guy back for 1 date. And this one here. Did you have another marker in the middle somewhere that should have removed a card? So you would have had 2 points of
here.
intersection.
Yes.
Oh yeah, the 2
this
dates.
one.
Yep. So this one here for 1 date. And this here for a pepper. Go ahead and move this one here and see what I get from the caravan. I get a date and a pepper.
Could have been the gold you needed.
I was hoping that was like my only chance to get a gold there. That's all right though. So then this one is just going to be coming off the board and going to the discard because I cannot hold another card currently. And that is the round. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. I'll be going first on this one. Go over here to try to get some gold.
I had a very good feeling that's where you were going, Peter.
Yep. It's hard because it's a lot of those tribe cards do cost gold.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's a tough one to do.
Hmm.
Going up here. That's a tough one too. When you have a card in the hand, you know that at some point you're forced to take that noble action in order to play it.
Yeah.
So you got to find like, okay, is this the right time to do it? And if you had gone to the pepper down there, you would have blocked me from even being able to do it this turn. Because then I couldn't have chosen the noble action. Yep. All right. So where else do I go? I think I'm gonna go here. All right. So intersections. All right. So let's go ahead and resource gather real quick. So I'll go here and grab 2 salt. 1, 2, and go here and grab a pepper. So I'm at 4 of each of my goods right now. I will go ahead and go to the trader next. And at the trader, I will go ahead and do 3 dates for a gold. And trader is unlimited, so you can do it multiple times. And I will go ahead and do 3 salt for a gold. And do I just go ahead and do it? Do I go ahead and do 3 pepper for a gold as well? Even though that's going to make me super goods poor.
Oh, you took this 2 salt, didn't you?
I did, yes. I took the 2 salt. Thank you very much. I don't know. I hate the idea of being that poor on goods, but I love the idea of having some gold. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'll probably regret it later. All right, so I did my trader action 3 times. I will now do the noble action. And I will spend 1 gold in order to play this camel rider here. I will then also pull that, and I will spend 1 date and 1 gold to play that Targia there.
Are you gonna flip your camel rider?
What is it? Sorry.
Are you gonna flip your camel rider?
Am I gonna flip my camel rider?
Because I can only see the back of it.
Oh, no, it's not flipped. It's I can see the front of it.
Oh,
Can you see it now?
no.
Oh,
It
that's
just says tribe.
weird.
Just says tribe to me.
On both sides?
Yep.
That is really weird. So this one here says at the end of the game, even if Evan wins, you win.
Oh,
It's
okay.
really crazy that would be
Uber
on there.
specific card.
So it says at the end of the game, if you have more cards in your display than your opponent, score 1 additional victory point. So only if I like finish first, pretty much. If I finish my tableau first, that'll get, and you don't fill yours up on the next turn, then I would get an extra victory point.
All set?
All set. It's your turn.
All right. Let's start with this date here. And then I'm going to take this caravan and salt, which is 2 salt.
Nice.
Unfortunately, is not super helpful at this current time.
Did you end up getting the one that's like double double the pepper too, or is that still out there, or is it gone somewhere?
I think it's gone.
Oh, yeah, that's the one that I removed. Okay.
All right. Now the question is, how am I going to do this? All right. So I can take this one off to put this in my hand, but not drawing it because it drops it on the floor.
Yes. Good call.
The question is, what do I do with this?
What do you mean?
Well, I have the
Oh,
Fate of-
oh, oh, yeah, yeah. So where do you want to move it? I gotcha. Because you're pretty close to tapped out on your goods. And you can't take another tribe card.
So we're gonna stick it. I don't know. Here's a good spot.
Sure, right?
And we're gonna take that one just so I can take a date.
Yep, absolutely. All right. So, Evan, if you want to click start next round. All right. Man, he went on that one quick.
I did.
And I know I need resources this turn because I am down to 2 goods right now. Just 2 goods. I have a salt and I have a pepper. I need more things. So let's go here. Um, I'll go here. I'm really jealous of your tribe card that gives you the extra salt. I always like those cards.
It is fairly handy.
Yep. It's a tight enough game that even just one extra good can really make or break a turn sometimes.
Let me think here for a minute.
Yeah, sure. And you're the worst. You're the worst.
I have been told that.
Well,
Mostly
it's
by you, Peter.
mostly by me. Oh man. I mean this other one's still gonna do good for me. It's still handy, but I wanted that one. All right, so intersections. All right. What shenanigans can Evan get up to this turn?
You were getting a lot of resources this round, Peter.
Yeah, is all I'm getting this turn.
So we'll take this one, get a date. All right. How do you say 1, 1? Okay. So I'm going to trade 3 salt for a coin,
Mm-hmm.
3 dates for a coin, and then
Are you also going? Yeah, he's going for broke. All right, nice.
3 there.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to do the noble,
Okay.
which allows me to play. Ah, where'd it go? There it is. That
Oh,
for
look
a
at that. He did it. He got it.
date.
He's got his row of different kinds.
Okay. So that's a date and a coin, which I just did.
Yep.
I'm going to take this one off for a pepper.
Hmm.
Play this one for a salt, pepper, and a coin.
Oof. Look at him go.
Like there. That allows me to rearrange 2, but
Don't
I don't
really
think I
need
need to.
to. Nope, you don't really need to. Oh man, that was a strong round for you, man.
Oh,
You have
and
you have you were that much closer to finishing this game up.
unfortunately, if you look at my resources,
Oh, I know. I know. You're hurting on the resources, but that was a good round for sure.
on the plus
Uh
side, though, you're being rated this round.
I am, but
So
I did get a card that tells me now after paying for a raid, I receive a victory point.
also, if you pay 2 victory points, only costing you 1 then net. So that's not bad.
No, no, no. I'll probably end up paying three of my resources here in a second, but we'll see. So, all right. So I'm getting a date and a pepper, salt, and a pepper and a salt. Goes away. And another pepper. Right. So I need to pay 3 goods and gain a victory point. What goods can I afford to actually get rid of is the question. I'm going to go 2 pepper and a salt. Gain a victory point. All right. And I am now first.
A gold coin out there would be nice.
It would be handy at this point in the game for sure. There's literally just again going to the trader in order to get gold coins, and that's not going to work out for either of us this round. Okay, so that. And go for some pepper. That's my meeple. Don't touch it.
Salt. I was just going to help you, Peter.
I see that. All right, go over here for a date.
Going here for these dates.
Absolutely. Um, and that. Hmm.
I like it when your brow furrows, Peter, as
I
you think.
know, like I am really thinking hard on this one. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do what I want to do this round, though. I'm pretty sure.
I will say if you take the spot that I want, I will be very cross with you.
You'll be very, I mean, like very cross with me.
Very cross. There may be stern words.
Hmm. Well, then I better try to get it. Um,
I mean, if you want help, you should definitely take the noble action. It'll put you so far ahead.
right? Really, really need to do that one for sure. So I can't do that. Can't do that. Gur arg. All right. Hmm. It's a very quiet audience. I don't know if I went where Evan wanted to go or not.
You may have,
Okay.
but it'll be all right.
It'll be
It'll
all
be all
right.
right.
It'll be all right.
I'll
All
just set
right.
myself up next round. It's fine.
Right. Intersections.
Works out. I really needed to resource gather anyway, so
Gotcha. All right, so let's grab a pepper. And let's grab a date. And let's go ahead. So I'm going to go here and get this camp. And I am allowed to pay one fewer good. So I'm going to pay the pepper, but not the date. And I'll pay the gold. That will go down there. And then taking the Fata Morgana action, I have to decide of the two things that I want, which one am I gonna do? I'm gonna go ahead and move this here, allowing myself to pick up and hold this Targia card for later. All right, that's me.
Peter's after some gold next round. All right. So I'm going to get a boatload of resources here.
Yeah, you are.
So we're going to get a date here. We're going to get a peppercorn here. We're going to get a salt, which turns into 2 salt.
Yes, it does.
We're going to take this, which is a salt, which turns into 2 salt.
No, it's just one salt.
Is it?
once per round, once per turn.
Oh, is it only once per turn?
It is each turn where you get at least one salt with a goods card, receive one more salt. So it's not each time you get a salt, it's each turn you get a salt.
Ah, okay. Well, either way,
Either way, you're still getting a lot of resources.
and a date
And
there,
another salt.
and another salt. That was exciting.
And that card goes over
Yep,
here.
then that goes away.
Nice. All right. So
Gotta replenish the coffers.
Yep. So our robber is currently on card 14. He's only 2 away from the end of the game. So we either have to fill up our places and or he's going to get there and finish the game for us. And you got first turn. I mean, you had to. You absolutely had to, because otherwise,
Yeah,
I have no other way to get gold. So I have to go to the caravan and hope that it's going to give me a gold. Is really all I'm left up to doing here. Interesting. Interesting. All right.
and you're pretty much stuck doing it now because you can't risk me taking it from you. Or do you have some masterful plan somewhere else?
I don't know that I have a masterful plan because, again, you could end up blocking me from it, is the thing. So I don't know that it would be masterful. Man, I don't like it. Evan, I don't like it. I hate resting on fate, but I gotta try. All right. James is going to watch this later and he's going to love that cutthroat move that you just did. He's going to be
Oh, absolutely.
so proud of you.
Absolutely.
All right.
But
Let's go.
it was the move that made the most sense. It really
Oh,
did.
yeah, absolutely. Anything else would have been silly. I think I need to go here. Man, I'm gonna be so happy if that caravan is a gold, though. It's gonna make me very pleased.
Hmm.
Okay. All right. Intersections. It's all you.
Okay. Start with the pepper. I'm gonna do this one, which is a date, assault, and a gold.
Yep. Okay, going for the Fatal
That
Morgana.
to move here.
Yeah, here it comes.
Pay that. That fills that.
Yes, it does.
And then since I'm here, just to make use of it, I'm going to turn my one pepper into one date, so it's even across the board.
There you go. Oh man. All right. So I do get to take my turn to do the best that I possibly can. Do I go ahead and reveal the caravan now just to like get it over with? Probably.
That's going to tell you.
Yeah. So here we go. So caravan.
I
Oh, it's a gold coin.
was going to say, there's a good shot because we haven't had the one pop up for a bit.
Yeah, it hadn't for a little bit, so that's exciting. All right, so I do get the gold coin. Oh no, Evan,
But you didn't take noble.
I didn't. Oh, I didn't even think about it. I didn't take noble. Well, good thing that I went here because I can at least do this one here. But man, I can't believe I didn't think to not. Oh man, I was so focused on getting this intersection here that I didn't even think about noble. All right, so this is going to get me a victory point here. This is going to get me a pepper. This is going to get me a date. And I pull this tribe marker and I can immediately play this one for 2 pepper. I put it down here so that I get it straight across the row. 2 pepper, a salt, and a date. And that is the end of the game. We are done because you have filled up your tableau. So having filled up your tableau, down here at the bottom, we have a button for tally the score.
And fingers crossed it works.
And fingers crossed it works. You ready?
Yep.
Here we go. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so everybody can see when I click it. All right. So no real big surprise there as who is the winner. Evan had this one down really, really well. Card bonuses, there's only a point difference. Row bonuses, 2 points difference. Display cards, victory points, 3 points difference. So again, the fact that you had 2, that you got to finish yours and I did not, that definitely played into it. And I had 1 extra victory point token than you did. But otherwise, you beat me in all other categories. So, Evan, what did you think of Targi?
I enjoyed myself.
I
Very
feel
sad that it's not actually ninjas because it looks like a ninja.
It does, doesn't it?
And I thought for years it was ninjas. I really did.
Oh, really? Okay, so well, yeah, because if all you knew was the cover,
that's all I knew.
Then there you go. So yeah, everybody, that is Targi. I think it's a really solid 2-player game. If you're looking for a 2-player game that gives you a fair bit of strategy and also a little bit of take that, which I enjoy in my games. I enjoy player competition, right? And so when you, like Evan did right there at the end, when you know that there is a card that is necessary for the other player, and being able to, one, turn it into good for you, but then also swipe it away from them. And I hamstrung myself right there at the end by not taking the noble action. But even if I had taken the noble action, I think the score would have ended up being the same. I would have been able to play this Targia card into my tableau, but it's only worth one more victory point than the one I was able to play. And I would not have gained, I don't think, this victory point here. I may have been able to still get that. So if anything, it would have maybe given me one extra victory point, but it would not have won me the game. So yeah, so I enjoyed. I've played this one. I don't know, probably a handful or more times at this point with I think at least three other people. So I've had a good opportunity to play it and see other people play it and teach it. And in all of that, I am still really pleased with how it plays every single time. So this is one that I have purchased and have in my physical collection, and I don't see it going anywhere anytime soon.
Yeah,
So,
it is not a bad two-player game. Finding a good this layer of strategy in a two-player game is hard because sometimes you get into like the dual level games, which are I feel are just more for I can play a game quickly with somebody as
right,
opposed to sitting down, thinking, and doing a lot of more complicated moves.
right.
They don't exist in that dual level game. So finding a game at this level, there's only a handful that I can really think of off the top of my head, like this, or Beer and Bread is another one that kind of puts that level of thinking.
And I still haven't played that one yet. I want to play that one because I've heard you and James both talk about it.
And that's a good one. And if you like this, then I think you would like something like that. So,
okay.
But yeah, I mean, it does play well. Yeah, if you want a good two-player thinkier kind of game, this is really one that's could be up your alley.
Yeah, I think
this
so,
is
for sure.
This is an older title too, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's been around for, gosh, maybe a decade or so now.
Let's see.
It's a Cosmos
12.
game. Yep. So a little over a decade, and it's a Cosmos game. So it's not a super expensive game. I think you can probably easily find it between $20 to $25. And it's almost always available on like Amazon and all the other online stores. I don't see it too often in the brick and mortar stores, but that could just be again the area that we're in.
I think with Cosmos games too, there's so many games that are under their title name, so it's when you got a catalog that big, it's a crapshoot what you're going to find from them on a shelf.
True.
And yeah, this if you do a quick search, $20 or under in a lot of places.
Okay.
But the production quality is, I mean, you don't need a high level, so print cost for them is going to be relatively cheap.
Yeah, I mean it's mostly cards, and then you have your cardboard goods tokens and stuff. So it's not a high overhead at all for them. And I'm pretty happy with it. It does have, I think, one expansion. One official expansion that you can purchase. I believe James has it and has said that it's a good expansion. I've never played with it. It is available here in the mod, and they also have a fan-made expansion that is in the mod. So at some point, I might try to pull it back up and try to play it with somebody with the expansion included. But as a base game, I'm a fan of it. So everybody, thanks for watching Evan demolish me after I was so kind as to teach him a new game.
Wait, no, Peter, you actually did win because remember your tribe card. That's I can't see.
Oh, that's right. Even if Evan wins, Peter wins.
Yeah.
So all thanks to that one tribe card that was just so specifically written for this game. So, but everybody, thank you so much for watching. Definitely check out the other videos here on our channel. And until we see each other again, keep playing games. All right, so we got recording OBS.
I did not consent to this recording.
What?